YouTube has been a part of our lives and one of the main reasons behind the growth of the internet for a long time now. Everything starts from scratch at some point and then grows into the biggest, most powerful thing one could ever imagine of, only if worked on properly. There have been multiple websites, social media platforms, and videographer platforms that took a great start, but something went wrong somewhere, and they could not be what they intended to be. However, YouTube is a prime example of a platform that has been rising since it first came on our screens. You are watching Curiosity, and today we are going to tell you about how YouTube started and how it continues to rise today. But before we hop into the details, don't forget to subscribe to Curiosity and share this video with your friends. So, before we hop on the current state of YouTube, let's take a quick look at its history. The men behind the birth of the world-changing platform YouTube are Chad Hurley, Steve Chen, and Jawed Karim, who, at the time, worked for PayPal. Before getting together and producing a game-changer website not only for the world but for the internet as well, Hurley was at Indiana University of Pennsylvania busy studying while Chen and Karim both were enrolled in the University of Illinois studying computer science together. Fun fact, when YouTube's initial domain was first activated on February 14, 2005 as youtube.com, the headquarters of this legendary venture rested above a pizzeria and Japanese restaurant in San Mateo, California in a small apartment. The first video ever uploaded on the website to activate the domain and make it accessible to the rest of the world was named Tune In, Hook Up, the original idea of the Three Musketeers, Chad Hurley, Steve Chen, and Jawed Karim. The website did not get much limelight initially as it was just an online dating service that ultimately failed. But that one exceptional video changed the entire game overnight. It wouldn't be wrong if one gives the credit to its fame to clips of the infamous Justin Timberlake and Janet Jackson halftime show incident. That was the point that the three creators realized the importance of the variety of content available on the internet for the world to see. After which, they made the changes to the content available on YouTube and became the first major video sharing platform. From an online dating service, it turned into a platform that literally anyone could use, even the non-tech savvy, as this was meant to be a platform available for anyone and everyone to publish, upload, and view streaming videos through standard web browsers and modern internet speeds. On April 23, 2005, the first video of YouTube with a new mission titled Me at the Zoo was uploaded, showing co-founder Jawed Karim at the San Diego Zoo. That very video has over 120 million views and nearly 5 million likes at this point. While Karim starred in YouTube videos, Hurley was the mastermind behind most of the website's looks, using his art skills to produce the logo and design the website's overall look. Chen, on the other hand, handled the technological stuff and made sure that the page actually worked and that the uploading and replay process would have no problems. Karim, however, did more than just starring in popular videos on the platform. He was the helping hand that ensured the original website was correctly put together and helped with both designing and programming. Teamwork is all that kept the trio going and made YouTube what it is today. YouTube started out in a workshop as an angel-funded business operating from a temporary office during its early days. The venture firm Sequoia Capital invested an additional $3.5 million in November 2005, and Roloff Botha, who was also a partner of the firm and former CFO of PayPal, joined the board of directors of YouTube. After a year, by April 2006, an additional $8 million was invested by Sequoia and Artist Capital Management in the venture, which had experienced substantial growth in its first few months. This platform, once exposed to the world, gained thousands of views per day during the first 6 months, after which those thousands turned into millions of views per day. Just within March 2006, the site had more than 25 million videos uploaded and produced approximately 20,000 uploads a day. YouTube was one of the World Wide Web's fastest-growing sites during the summer of 2006, hosting more than 65,000 new video uploads. In July, the platform delivered an average of 100 million video views a day. However, no pain, no gain, and so was the case with this project as well. All this fame did not come without any difficulties, though. Technologically speaking, the exponential increase of users meant that YouTube had to keep up with it, and the latest equipment was obviously needed to accommodate the views and users they brought in, and they needed to connect to the internet more broadband. The rising problems of identity theft and lack of YouTube commercialization eventually led to Google outsourcing, which had only recently struggled with its own website. That is when YouTube's game stepped up even more. On Alexa, it was ranked the 5th most popular website, far outpacing even the rate of growth of MySpace. According to Nielsen, the website averaged nearly 20 million visitors a month, with about 44% female and 56% male visitors. Individuals visiting the website from the age group of 12 to 17 years old were highly prominent. The preeminence of YouTube in the online market was substantial. YouTube dominates up to 64% of the UK online video market, according to the website hitwise.com. In June 2006, YouTube entered into a marketing and promotional agreement with NBC as Google bought the domain. In 2007, as much data was used by YouTube as the entire internet in 2000. In honor of the best YouTube videos from the previous year, the YouTube Awards are given out. YouTube signed a contract with MGM, Lionsgate Entertainment, and CBS in November 2008. After Google and Facebook, YouTube is the third most visited website on the internet. YouTube was estimated to be serving more than 2 billion videos a day in May 2010. By November 2011, YouTube and the Chrome web browser were directly incorporated into the Google+ social networking platform, enabling YouTube videos to be viewed from inside Google+. In 2012, YouTube reported that every minute, about 60 hours of new videos are uploaded to the site. There were approximately 800 million unique users every month on the web, and about 3/4 of the content came from outside the United States. The project was estimated to cost $100 million, and by November 2013, 2 years after the first 100 channels were released, the landing page of the original channels became a 404 error page. The number of unique users visiting YouTube per month reached 1 billion in March 2013, while in the same year, YouTube launched YouTube Comedy Week and the YouTube Music Awards. YouTube's own YouTube channel had surpassed Felix Kelligberg's PewDiePie channel by November 2013 to become the website's most subscribed channel. This was due to the auto-suggestion of new users upon registration to subscribe to the channel. On April 3, 2018, at the company's request, a shooting took place at YouTube's headquarters, while by October 2019, YouTube launched its 2 ads feature for the first time. A few months earlier, this followed the so-called ad apocalypse. Google announced that it could begin to phase out its classic version of YouTube Studio to all content creators by the spring of 2020. By June 2020, YouTube started to be able to use categories on its website. YouTube announced that its business model, which was advertising-based before being acquired by Google, was making $15 million a month. Google did not include precise estimates for the operating costs of YouTube, and the revenues of YouTube were noted as not material in 2007. In June 2008, a Forbes magazine article estimated $200 million in revenue for 2008, noting improvement in advertisement sales. Some industry analysts have estimated that the cost of running YouTube may be as high as $5 or $6 million a month. YouTube is believed to have generated around $15 billion as of 2019. That's about 10% of all of Alphabet's annual revenue for the year. YouTube's running costs are thought to be significant, believed by some to be as much as $5 or $6 million a month. For the quarter ending December 2019, Alphabet as a whole reported making $46 billion in revenue. You can see that YouTube has shown a tremendous rise since back in 2005. However, given the size, competitiveness, and revenue growth of YouTube, it is unlikely to fade away anytime soon. But only time will tell. If you liked this video, make sure to give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon to stay up to date with the latest news and fun facts.